My name is Sir Kennedy Otieno Odeny. I'm a pastor. I serve with the PEFA. PEFA is a Pentecostal Evangelical Fellowship of Africa. My parents died when I was young. First of all, when my father died, my mother was inherited. As you know, in Luo culture, when a man dies, the wife is being inherited. So she was inherited by another man. So because there was no good relationship between my mother and my uncle who was left behind, the man who inherited my mother had to move us from our home to where their home. So we lived there for many years. Then my mother passed on. So after my mother was buried, we had to start looking for life. So my brother was very young, I was very young. So what happened is that we moved with that man who inherited my mom back to their home. And to him also, he was not in good condition, financially unstable in life. So after 5 years, I had to go out now, look for life. So I fell in wrong hands, in wrong hand of criminals. I used to robbed in banks. I don't know, we even killed people. So I did all sorts of those things because of that bitterness. I was being pushed by my background. I don't have parents, I'm not going to school. What is my life for? So I just went out, if I die, let me die. When one day we came to Homa Bay and we did a robbery in town, my friends in a way I was caught. So I was beaten by Mobile City from around 2 a.m. to 6 in the morning. The police picked me as a dead man. I went to the mortuary. They took me there, but when the mortuary attendant came to attend to me, he found out I was still alive. So I was taken to the ward, chained in the bed. Then later was jailed to 5 years in prison. I served my term. I came out of prison. And now I have a church where I have members in the church. I am the pastor. And God has been good. There is a friend of mine we have been working with. So he's the man who told me there are some guys who will be coming here and I don't want to miss that meeting. I know you are brain, I know what you can do. You are the kind of people who want to hear this. When I met Kellen, I said this is the right thing I wanted to hear. Because many a times I have been seeing rights of people being violated. And I've been looking for a platform and ideas on how I can help people. Because the reason why I came to this place is because my right was taken away. When my mother was still alive, I can remember one day my mother went home. We sat down in a meeting with my uncles and my cousins because they were selling part of my father's land. So the mother asked them, now you are selling all the land, where will I take these boys? My uncle told my mother, you never came with the land from Karachuan. So Karachuan is where my mother was born. So it has been so painful in my heart. So when I came out of prison, they had sold all my land. We had no place to go. We had no place to build. So when Kellen introduced this, I was very happy. I came to realize that every human being has a right. And women have right. And women has right over land.
Anything tukitaka kufanya, tunakaa chini. We decide as a family on what to do.
There's sometimes that the woman must take the day. Does not mean that you're weak. Since I came from Kellen, my life has changed. Anytime I want to do something concerning this land, I have other land where we farm, we are planted even now. I can't do anything in that land without talking with my wife. And she has a voice, we have to agree on what to do. When we want to buy another land, we agree together, we do it as a family. Like this land we are living in, it is in my name and my wife's name. And after I'm going to train Kellen, I'm planning also to do that on my other lands. I'm also planning to let her know my account details so that if anything happens, she has the access to my finances. Women in this village, they don't have voice over land. All the land in this village are in the names of the men. It is the men who decide what to do with the land. They can sell land anytime they want. And they call women, a woman is your enemy. Don't trust a woman. So that is the negative assumption that men have, that maybe culture and social has tried to put in their minds, that women are enemies, that women are dangerous. I will change my life and change my neighbors. And my prayer is that anybody that comes into contact with me, his life will never remain the same. Because the greatest achievement of life is changing other person's life.